Justin Berg, BearcatJournal.com, here again with assistant coach Darren Savino. Unfortunately, last time I interviewed you, I asked you what lessons you learned from losing at SMU, and it happened again. So, same lessons or anything different?
I think it's the same lessons. You got to give them credit, though. They executed and made it tough. We struggled early in the game offensively, and I really believe that it affected our defense. It affected our energy, but we were on our heels. I think the missing of the shots, the struggles, it affected our defense, and you can't do that against them because they're so dangerous in both ways.
Yeah.
Offensively, defensively. So they make you pay, and credit to them. They're a great team. I know we can play better than we did on Sunday. So new day, new tournament, and we're going to have to play well in our first game, whoever we play on Friday.
You can't beat SMU unless you make outside shots, can you?
It's going to be hard to. Because they're so. I call it an umbrella. They just put an umbrella under the basket in the lane, and it's hard to get it in there. And I thought at times we did a good job of it. Darren was really good, effective, whether it was in transition or in the half court, of just putting his head down and trying to bull his way through. And I think all the guys were trying to do that. And I think at times there were opportunities to pass it out of it, and we didn't. Got a shot block, missed some close baskets. But they're just, defensively, they do such a great job. But you have to be able to throw it in, throw it out, and shoot it in. And we didn't do that.
No. Poor start. It's hard to come back against them, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so I know that they've got the scouts. Larry and Antoine have the scouts on the teams. Have you watched any film yet? Do you know a little bit about each team? And if so, is there a preferable matchup, or do they both present different problems? They're different. Kansas State is a gritty, hard-nosed, tough, defensive-minded team. Where Wake Forest is probably a better offensive team. They have a potential draft pick in Collins, a big guy inside, and they surround him with a bunch of shooters. And so they're more of an offensive-minded team, score a lot of points. Both teams are dangerous. Kansas State beat Baylor twice. Essentially had Kansas beat at Kansas. Yeah.
Wake Forest, if I'm correct,
just beat Louisville.
Yeah. And they beat Duke. Almost beat Duke. Almost beat Duke.
Almost had them.
Beat Virginia Tech, scored 90-something points on the road. So they're both different challenges.
Well, I know I heard Seth Davis said on TV the other day, to advance you have to be able to win games in the 50s and in the 80s. And obviously each of those teams probably, if you play Kansas State, be in the 50s, Wake Forest probably be in the 70s and 80s. So you've shown that you can win both ways this year.
Yeah, we're a gritty team, so we've won in gritty battles. I think we're better offensively this year than we've
definitely
we've had in the past. Shooting the ball on the road, scoring on the road has been maybe a little bit of a weakness of ours. Either way, we're ready to play it.
Of course. Coming off a loss, it seems like this team, they fight a little harder. I mean, it's hard to measure that, but you like their chances. They obviously haven't lost back-to-back games all year. But let's talk about defensively real quick. So last two games regular season, Houston, UConn, I mean, they couldn't do anything against you guys. Then Tulsa got a little bit of a rhythm in the second half, UConn second half, and obviously SMU. So concerns defensively at this point, what would those be?
The biggest thing is it's always going to be transition defense, three-point shooting. We did a good job. We've done a good job of stopping transition quick guys and forming a wall, but weaknesses getting to the three-point line. So transition defense, guarding the three-point line. A team like SMU had a couple of them early, and we scouted it and talked about it, and they still got it on us. And then pick and roll defense.
Okay.
With our five-man, is a concern that we have to improve on, which we'll focus on the next couple of days. Because really, teams have to go to that against us because our defense is confusing and difficult to run certain things. So a lot of them just kind of resort into five-man pick and roll, which UConn did and hurt us.
Right.
In the second half, Jalen Adams got down the lane and just really hurt us in the second half.
Of course. All right, well, Hey, you know what? Congratulations to you and your staff. Obviously, everybody on the staff are getting to another tournament. It's not easy to win, right? I mean, it's not easy. A lot of work goes into it.
Never be satisfied and comfortable with winning because it's hard to do.
Yeah. All right, Darren. Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.